3 civilizations, gone without warning. No bodies, no records, no trace. Tonight, we uncover what really happened. No signs of war, no bodies, only silent ruins buried under a thick blanket of volcanic ash. This is the story of the Minoan eruption of Thera and the mystery of a people who disappeared overnight. Around 1600 BC, on the Aegean island of Thera, the port city of Akrotiri was a jewel of the Bronze Age. Its people were prosperous, connected by a vast trade network. Their vibrant frescoes depict a world of maritime adventure and natural beauty. But beneath this idyllic surface, the very ground they lived on was a sleeping giant. The island was a volcano. Earthquakes likely served as the first terrifying warnings. Then came the eruption, a cataclysmic explosion that ejected billions of tons of rock and ash, triggering the collapse of the volcano's heart into the sea. The city of Akrotiri was a jewel of the Bronze Age, a bustling hub in a vast trade network connecting empires. Its people were sophisticated artists and engineers, their lives captured in vibrant frescoes depicting a world of abundance and peace. But beneath their feet, something ancient was stirring. For weeks, tremors had shaken the island, a sinister prelude to the cataclysm to come. Then, the volcano of Thera erupted with a force 4 times greater than Krakatoa. The initial blast sent a column of pumice and ash miles into the stratosphere. The sky turned dark, as deadly pyroclastic flows, superheated clouds of gas and rock raced across the land, incinerating everything. The air filled with ash, and as the volcano's heart collapsed, the sea began to boil. Waves as tall as mountains rose and swallowed everything in their path, racing across the Aegean. Within hours, an entire civilization, a vital link in the ancient world, had vanished before the sun could rise again. Centuries later, archaeologists uncovered homes frozen in time. Pots sat on stoves, tools were left mid-use, and footprints remained in volcanic ash. Some believe survivors fled to Crete, spreading stories that evolved into the myth of Atlantis. Beneath the waves, archaeologists map shattered harbors and toppled columns. Sediment layers, pottery shards, and drowned walls outline trade routes and the final hours of Akrotiri. Sonar sweeps reveal streets preserved in pumice, storerooms still sealed, pigments faint yet stubborn on the plaster. The sea keeps its counsel, but every measured trench suggests order. Tools stacked, doors barred, and evacuation planned before the ash fell. In museums, glass cases hold whisper-thin clues. Ship timbers hardened by salt, measuring weights, fresco fragments with dolphins and lilies. Each object is a sentence from a lost diary. We read currents in copper corrosion, diets in seeds and bones, trade in obsidian and tin. Piece by piece, the ordinary lives surface. Cooks, carpenters, sailors, suspended on the edge of catastrophe. But Thera was not alone in its mysterious end. Across the globe, other great civilizations shared a similar, chilling fate, leaving behind silent monuments and profound questions. In ancient India, the Indus Valley cities, masters of urban planning, fell silent with no signs of war, just an eerie emptiness. Half a world away, the Maya abandoned magnificent temples to the jungle, crippled by catastrophic droughts. The pattern repeats from the Khmer capital of Angkor to the metropolis of Cahokia. Whatever came, climate, conflict, collapse, left only silence and rooms still waiting. Their cities, once alive with rituals and kings, vanished into vines and silence. Roots pry apart lintels and glyphs, patient as time. What was once decree and ceremony becomes soil and shadow. Cities do not die in an instant. They are unstitched slowly, a market forgotten, a canal clogged, a dynasty thinned by drought. Ivy writes its own script over palaces, and the jungle keeps impeccable records. Different continents, different times, the same mystery, civilizations that vanished overnight. Could all of these ancient disappearances be connected? Tree rings carry barcodes of hardship, narrow bands for lean years, dark scars for ash-choked summers. Ice cores echo them with trapped bubbles and sulfur spikes. Across continents, the signals align like a chorus: dimmed skies, failed harvests, migrations. The The stories carved in wood and ice confirm what ruins only hint. Myths across the world speak of fire from the sky, floods from the deep, and darkness that lasted for years. Scientists now believe a chain of volcanic eruptions, or even a cosmic impact, may have caused global chaos. But one truth remains: nature always reclaims what humanity forgets. The ocean remembers without words. Swell after swell erases footprints, yet preserves harbors in sand. Civilizations rise on calm seas and falter when the water turns. Listen long enough, and the tide recites our patterns. If entire empires could vanish overnight, what does that say about ours? Every civilization believes it will last forever, until it doesn't. Maybe the question isn't how they disappeared, but whether history is waiting to repeat itself. History's echo is not past tense, it is rehearsal. Will we hear our cue? From Thera to the Indus, from Angkor to Cahokia, collapse wears many masks. Fire, drought, flood, neglect. The constant is human choice: how we prepare, how we share, how we remember. The next chapter is still unwritten. Stand on the caldera rim and look inward. The islands curve like a wound healed over, blue water hiding a hollow where a mountain once breathed. Sailors trace the edge, tiny against the scale of absence. Somewhere below, streets and courtyards lie mapped in memory, not stone. We arrive centuries late, yet in time to learn. Prosperity is not armor, and brilliance is not shelter. Warning signs rarely shout. They flicker in tremors, in harvests a little smaller, in storms a little stronger. The Minoans listened, moved, adapted, until the sea and sky spoke louder. Their story is not only an ending, it is a manual written in ash for those who come after. Watch the foam recede across dark pebbles, the present pulling back to reveal the past. Every stone rounded by waves was once an edge. Every city we build will meet the same patient sculptor. The question is how we spend our bright interval. We can map the faults, store the harvests, retreat from brittle shores, and carry wisdom like a lamp. Or we can assume the tide will never turn. Our advantage is foresight, use it well. But here's the real question. If entire civilizations can vanish without a trace, could it happen again?